गौरांग गंधार्विक गिरिधारी श्री श्री राधा विनोद बिहारी जू की जाय। श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन जू की जाय। नित्यानंद विष्णु विष्णुपाद शुतर शुत शिशुमार भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोसाई महाराज श्री गुरुदेव की जाय। नित्यानंद विष्णु विष्णुपाद शुतर शुत शिशुमार भक्ति वेदांत वामन गोसाई महाराज की जाय। नित्यानंद विष्णु विष्णुपाद शुतर शुत शिशुमार भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्यानंद विष्णु विष्णुपाद शुतर शुत शिशुमार भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्यानंद विष्णु महाभागवत श्री गौरक्षरस बाबूजी महाराज की जय। नित्यानंद विश्व श्री सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। नित्यानंद विष्णु वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथ दास बाबूजी महाराज की जय। श्री रूपानु गौरी गुरु वर्ग की जय। श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्टदास रघुनाथ शारद गोसाई प्रभु की जय। श्री स्वरूप दामोदर राय रामानंदारी श्री गौर पार्षद वृंद की जय। नाम जय श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री क्षेत्र मंडल गौरमंडल ब्रजमंडल मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय। सर्व अभिष्ट प्रदत्त गिरिराज महाराज की जय। श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड की जय। श्री यमुना देवी गंगा देवी की जय। श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जय। श्री भक्ति देवी की जय। श्री पूर्णमासी योग माया की जय। श्री गोपेश्वर महादेव की जय। जय श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। समागत गौर जय श्री हरि नाम चिंतामणि की जय। जय नाम जय श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। जय श्री निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। Wait, is my mic plugged in? It's not. Haribo, haribo. Okay. अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। श्रीसिद्धान्तसरस्वतीति विदितो कोडियगुर्वन्वये भातो भानुरिव प्रभात गगने योगोरसङ्कीर्तनाय मायवारतिमिङ्गिलोदरगतान् उद्धृतजीवनिमान् कृष्णप्रेमसुधाब्धिगाहनसुखां प्रादात् प्रभुं तं भजे। वन्दे भक्तिविनोदं श्रीगौरशक्तिस्वरूपकं भक्तिशास्त्रज्ञसम्राजं राधारससुधानिधिं नमो भक्तिविनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामिने गौरशक्तिस्वरूपाय रूपानुगवरायते श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। वृषभानुसुतान्वितवामतनुं यमुनातटनागरनन्दसुतं मुरलीकलगीतविनोरपरं भज गोद्रुमकाननकुञ्जविदुम् स्मर गौरगदाधरकेलिकलं भव गौरगदाधर पक्षाचर शृणु चारुकथं भज गोद्रुमकाननकुञ्जविदुम्। tavaivasmi, na jivami tvaya vina. Iti vigyaya devi tvang nayamang charanantikam. Bhaktya vihina aparada lakshai kshiptascha kamadhitaranga madhye. Kripa maitvam sharanam prapanna vrinde namaste charanaravindam. Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, Dandavat Pranams, Nri Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Ashray Tattva Prabhu, Nitai Mukesh Ji, and Pradyumna Prabhu, Mantramurti Mataji, Rohini Nandan Prabhu, Haribo, Ganga Mataji, Raseshwari Mataji, Indira Mataji, and whoever else is there. If you're at a comment, I'll see your name. Pranams to all the devotees watching in the future. Haribo. I drank cold milk last night, so I have my throat's a little bit, yeah. All right, so we are continuing our reading of Sri Harināma-cintāmaṇi. We are on chapter 11. And let's see, how many chapters are there in Harināma-cintāmaṇi? I want to see how many more. Yeah, I'll let you see as well. 1 second. Okay, so we are on chapter 11, and then there's only 4 more chapters left. Chapter 12, chapter 13, chapter 12 is Namaparad Pramad, inattention as an offense to the name. This is a really great chapter. I read it a little while ago, just because I was curious how he translated Pramad as inattention. But yeah, this was really, so the next chapter is really, I wonder if, I was going to say, I wonder if we could fit it in today, but no, I don't think we can. And then chapter 13 is Aham Mama Bhavaparad, the offense of considering I and mine, even after you know all the glories of the holy name and you have so much, you've gotten mercy, like when you've, and then you still, even after all that, you consider, this to be myself and all these possessions to be mine, then that's the last offense, the 10th offense. And then chapter 14 is Seva Aparad. And then finally, the last chapter, chapter 15, is Bhajan Pranali, the method of bhajan. So we'll be finishing in just a few, I think we'll finish in 6 days. Or maybe less. Maybe less, actually. I bet we could do these 2 chapters in 1 day. So maybe 5 days. Let's see, I'm just looking at the calendar really quick. How many more? Okay, tomorrow is Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Dayat Madhava Goswami Maharaj, Rasikananda Prabhu. So that will be a full-on day of reading. So we won't do, and then second, okay, so we'll read on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And then the Navadip Parikrama starts. Okay, so we'll be able to finish Harināma-cintāmaṇi before Navadip Parikrama. Thank God. All right. Okay, cool. And then after Gaur Purnima, then we'll see what our new program will be. But that's perfect, actually. I love how that happens when without setting it up, everything, the timing works perfectly. All right. So today's chapter is on the topic of, it's Anya śubha-karmera sahit nāmake tulya-jñāna, equating the holy name with other auspicious activities. Maybe if I drink some water, that will clear my throat. 1 second. All right. Oh, wait, before we start, we should recite the 10 offenses verses. Takes 1 minute, 20 seconds to recite these. If you ever want to make it a habit. I don't do this yet, but I do at some point want to start doing that. Before I chant Harinam, just recite these verses. Remember the 10 offenses. Only 1 minute, 20 seconds. Okay. Satam ninda namna paramam aparadam vitanute yatha kyatim yatang katamu sahate tar vigarham Shivasya Shri Vishnor Ya iha gunanamari sakalam Dhiya bhinnam pashyet Sakhalu harinama hitakara Guroravagya Shruti Shastra Nindanam Tathartavado Harinam Nikalpanam Namno baladyasya hi papa buddhir na vidyate tasya yamar hi shuddhi dharma vratatyaga hutadi sarva shubha kriya samyam api pramada ashadadhane vimukhe pyashrinvati yaschopadesha shivanama paradaha Shrutvapi nama mahatmyam ya pritirahito dhama ahang mamadi paramo namni sopya paradakrit. So it's Padma Puran 425 verses 15 to 18. Let's just look at the Sanskrit for these words here. What is it? Dharma vrata tyaga hutadi sarva shubha kriya samyam. Okay, so Srila Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura says that, well, no, I mean, in Padma Puran, it says to think dharma, so performing religious acts, vrata, performing different vrats, like, taking, yeah, and then tyaga, renunciation, renouncing different things. And huta, is huta referred to jagyas and stuff like that? I think so. Adi, and all other sarva shubha kriya, and all other types of auspicious activities, samyam, to consider them to be the same as Harinam, like on an equal level as Harinam. Like Harinam is just another auspicious activity, just like all these other activities, to equate these. And then that is in Namaparad. And then Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he categorizes this next word, pramada, as its own offense to the holy name, inattentiveness. So, so yeah, you could either see this as part of this, like the pramad, the the insanity or the foolishness of thinking all auspicious activities as being equal to Harinam, or like Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he separates this and makes it its own namaparad, and he translates this as vyavadhan, or inattention while chanting Harinam. So to be inattentive while chanting. All right, so let's begin. So dharma vrata tyaga hutadi sarva shubha kriya samyam api pramada, equating pious activities such as vows, penances, renunciation, yagyas, and all other auspicious deeds with the holy name, as well as being inattentive to the name, pramada. Jai Jai Gaura Chandra Nama Avatar. Jai Jai Harinama Sarva Tattva Sar. Glories, glories to Gaura Chandra, the avatar of the name. Glories, glories to Harinam, the essence of all truths. That's interesting. It's not saying the name is the avatar of Gaura Chandra. It's saying Gaura Chandra is the avatar of the name. But it doesn't, you can say either both because they're both non-different. Nama Nami are non-different, right? Oh, and Haribol, I just see some of the devotees joined. Haribol, Hari Mohini Didi, Vidyalalasa Didi. And uh, uh, could you mention your devotional name? I don't even know how to say that name. Federico Trejos. I don't know how to say your name, but Hare Krishna. Oh, and Hare Krishna Jai Siman. Hare Krishna. All right. हरिदास बोले प्रभु करो अवधान अन्य शुभ कर्म नहे नामेर समान. Haridas said, O Lord, kindly be aware that other pious activities are never equal to the name. Namer Sarup, the intrinsic nature of the name. Okay, Haribol Gaur Gopal Prabhu, Haribol. Okay, Tumite Chinmoy Surya Tomar Sarup, Sangpurna Chinmoy E Tattva Aparup. You are the transcendental sun, for that is your nature. You are perfectly divine, and your nature is unprecedented. You are the Chinmoy Surya, transcendental sun. Sarvatra Chinmoy Tava Shri Vigraha Hoy, Nama Dhama Lila Tava Sampurna Chinmoy. Your form is fully spiritual in every sense, and your name, Dham, and Lila are all fully spiritual. Tava mukhya naam shab tomate abhinna, jariya vastur naam vastu hoite bhinna. Your direct names are all non-different from you, yet material elements are different to the name. Bhakta mukhe aile naam goloka hoite, atma hoite dehe vyapi nache jivadite. The name descends from Goloka and enters the mouths of the devotees. Manifesting from the Atma, it pervades the body and dances on the tongue. The name pervades the body and dances on the tongue. Wow. Dehe vyapi nache jivatite. E gyane naam loile hoy tava naam, name jada buddhi jai tar dukha gram. This is the knowledge concerning your holy name. One who thinks the name is mundane will attain many miseries. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura says, anyone who thinks like this, that Krishna Nam is comprised of the dull matter of Maya, will experience a hellish existence for a long time. Seeing the face of such a person, one should immediately take bath with one's clothes and remember Vishnu. Krishna Pada Upeya, Adhikar Bhede Upay, Bahuvida. The feet of Krishna are the goal. Those with different qualifications attain many different types of results. Tomare paite shastra upay kohilo, adhikar bhede taha nana vidha hoile. Hoilo? I don't know. Actually, I think this is supposed to say kohile, I'm guessing. The Shastra has said that attaining you is the goal. Due to different qualifications in people, there are various ways of achieving you. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura says, Shastra has designated various ways such as karma, jnana, bhakti, etc. to achieve Krishna according to various qualifications. Those who are strongly influenced by matter should purify their consciousness by engaging their intelligence's tendency to perform karma. Those who are strongly attached to Maya, they follow the path of Advaita-jñāna, knowledge of the monistic Advaita philosophy. And for all other jivas, Shuddha Bhakti is advised. That's interesting, huh? Those who are strongly attached to Maya, in other words, illusion. They think everything's illusion. Bhagavan, the form of Bhagavan is also Maya. He comes under Maya. And everything, Maya is supreme. So then they become Advaita Jnanis. They follow monistic Advaita philosophy. Karma Swarup. Anya śubha-karma jadamoy. Upeya vastu chinmoy. The intrinsic nature of karma is that all other pious activities are fully mundane. Sorry, the intrinsic nature of karma. All other pious activities are fully mundane. That thing which is the goal is transcendental. Okay, sorry. I think I would translate this a bit differently though. That doesn't matter. Okay. Jara buddhi jana jara dravya kalashaye tomar sadhan kore shamaner bhoye. Materially minded people that take refuge in mundane objects and situations only perform sadhana. Sorry, they only perform sadhana view to mitigate fear. Tumito abhoy pada advatiya hari tomar charana matra bhavar navetori. O Hari, you are second to none. Your feet grant fearlessness. Only by your feet can one cross over the ocean of birth and death. Shei pada labhi joto upay srijilo, jara bhavashray sab jariya hoilo. Materially minded people have created many ways to attain your feet, but they are all mundane. Ishtapurta ar jagyadhika punya karma, snan homa dan yoga varnashrama dharma. Domestic fire sacrifices, ishta. Public welfare activities, purta. Long-term fire sacrifices, jagya. Auspicious activities, bathing in sacred rivers. One-day fire sacrifices, homa. Giving in charity, yoga, varnashram dharma. Tirtha jatra vrata pitri karma dhyana gyan, daiva karma tapa prayashchitadi vidhan. Going on pilgrimage to holy places, observing vows, worship of the Pitris, the forefathers, meditation, gathering knowledge, activities connected to the devas, performing austerities, atonement, etc. They are all performed by them. They perform all these different types of activities to attain your feet, but all these activities are fully mundane. Shakali jariya dravya koriya ashray. Upay swarup sada shubha karma hoy. Taking shelter of all these material things, they attempt to attain the nature of their goal by performance of pious activities. Upay dhuryapai upeya charami anitya upay chare siddhi samagame. Eventually, by following these processes, he achieves the ultimate goal. Rejecting other methods, he attains perfection. Then Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, at the time of attaining perfection in bhakti, any assistance from mundane karma flees. This is a little bit confusing though, isn't it? Anitya upay chare. Anyways, anitya upay chare siddhi samagame. Rejecting all these different methods, then he attains perfection. at the time of attaining perfection in bhakti, any assistance from mundane karma, please. Okay. Purnananda labh hoy sarva siddhi sar, jiver upayataha shuno sarat sar. Kindly hear about the goal of the jiva, O quintessential personality, which awards complete bliss and all perfection. Okay, let's hear about that upeya. Remember, there are three words that we learned in Harināma-cintāmaṇi for perfection. One is prayojan, the other is siddhi, and the other is upeya. They all mean the same thing. They all mean perfection, the goal. And then there are three words for the means to attain the goal. There is abhideya, there's sadhan, and there's upay. All right. Śubha-karmera upay, attaining the highest result through pious deeds. Really, this means the method of pious acts, right? The sadhana of pious acts. Jaradravya kala hoy niranandamoy koshale jiver krame siddhi hoy. Mundane objects and situations are not full of bliss. They are all part of a ruse in order for the jiva to eventually attain perfection. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura says, the bound jiva cannot exist without material affairs. All his actions and thoughts are mixed with matter. While he is in the midst of matter, the trick of karma is to make him search for Shuddha Bhakti, which is beyond matter. Ataev śubha-karmera shakali upay, upeya charama siddhi prema rupe bhai. Therefore, all auspicious activities are a way to attain the goal. That goal exists as the highest perfection in the form of prema. All auspicious activities are a way to attain the goal. They are all upays. It doesn't say anything about the goal. Upeya charama siddhi prema rupe bhai. That goal exists as the highest. Anyways, okay. Tahate upeya prapti vilamba siddha. Through these methods, there is a delay in attaining perfection. Through all performing any kind of pious acts, then there'll be there's a big delay in attaining perfection. Sarva shubha karme siddhi vilambe udoy upeya upaye vyavadhana hetu hoy. With all these auspicious activities, achieving perfection is delayed because they will create a distance between the method and the goal. And then Srila Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura says, the goal is prema, and the method mentioned previously is mundane activities. And there's a considerable distance between the two. Right? And we all know that Harinam, Nam and Nam, there's no difference between the sadhan and siddhi with Harinam. Harinam is the sadhan and it is the siddhi. It is the means to attain the goal and it's the goal itself. But with all these other things, there's a big distance between the means and the goal. Sadhan kale Harinam upay kirup hoyachan. At the time of sadhan, why is Harinam the method? Harinam e jagate dile kripa kori, siddhi labe shishta jiva loile kabori. By your mercy, you have given Harinam to the world. Those jivas who are wise will accept it in order to attain perfection. On Haribol Archana Mataji. Upay hoilo nam shastrer sammata Anya śubha-karma madhye hoilo gonita. The Shastra admits that Nam is the method of attaining perfection. Anything else is counted as being amongst auspicious activities. So the only upai, the only sadhan, the only means to attain the goal is Nam. And all other things are just pious activities. Sarveshwar Vishnu Jeno Brahma Shiva Sane Devata Lakhane Ganya Hoilo Tri Bhuvane. Anything else is similar to considering Vishnu, the supreme controller of everything, to have the same nature as devas such as Brahma and Shiva, who reside within the three worlds. Nam Shuddha Sattva. Mayavadi Aparad Krame Anya Śubha-karmera Sahit Nam ke Eki Mone Koren. The name is pure goodness. Due to their offenses, Mayavadis consider the name to be like any other auspicious activity. Namer Swarupa hoy Shuddha Sattva moy Jara Gandha Shuddha Name Kabhu Nahi roy. The name is comprised of pure goodness. Not even a trace of matter comes in contact with Shuddha Nam. Jari Bhuta Jiva Name Jara Bhavadhane Anya śubha-karma saha eka kori mane. Those materially bewildered jivas that think of the name from a mundane perspective, they believe that it is just another auspicious activity. They just think, yeah, there's a dharma tyag, jagya, nam japa, like it's just another one of the. Srila Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura says, Jari Bhuta Jiva means the jiva who is spiritual by nature is bewildered by avidya and considers himself to be material. So those jivas, they consider that chanting the name is just another one of the many auspicious performances. Mayavad hoite e naam aparad jahar doratmya sada hoy bhakti badha. This nama aparad stems from Mayavad. Those who accept such a depraved philosophy always find impediments to bhakti. Namer upaitva satvayo upetva. The name is both the means and the end. Krishna nam hoy prabhu purnananda tattva upeya basidi boli jahar mahatva. Krishna Nam is the Lord himself and the principle of complete bliss. Those who understand its glories attain the highest goal or the greatest perfection. Upay hoya avir bhuta dhara tale upeya upay aikya sarva shastre bole. The method of chanting the holy name has appeared upon the earth. The means and the ends are one and the same. This is stated by all Shastra. Upeya upay aikya. Adhikar bhede jine upay swarup tini upeya anye bodo aparup. According to their different qualifications, some consider the name to be the method, and others consider it to be the most comparable goal. Then Srila Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura says, Adhikar bhede means that as long as the jiva does not have atma rati, attraction to the atma, does it mean attraction to the atma or does it mean attraction of the atma? Like your soul's real rati, I don't know. Anyways, but as long as the jiva does not have atma rati, then he will consider nam to be the means to a goal. Therefore, he will continue to engage in sadhana as the means to attain the goal of atma rati. Śubha-karma gaunopay nam mukhopay. Auspicious activities are the indirect means, and nam is the direct means. अतएव उपाय द्विविध गुण धाम गौण उपाय शुभ कर्म मुख्योपाय नाम. Thus, O abode of all good qualities, the method is of two types. The performance of auspicious activities is the indirect means or the secondary means, and the holy name is the direct method. It's the main method. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura says, although Nam is counted as the means, it is the direct means. And it's also the goal, as we just read. All other types of auspicious activities are counted as indirect methods. One must understand this reality, that the holy name is distinct from other types of auspicious deeds. And so we only need Nam. We don't need to perform any other pious activity. We don't need to do anything else. If we just perform Nam, it's complete in itself as the means and the goal. It's everything we need. And then any other pious activities that we perform, if we're doing it like with the right, like, not with the objective of just attaining pleasure and stuff like that, but we do it, then maybe it's not necessary, but it could, might be helpful, like just at least bring us to the platform of, being a little bit more in the mode of goodness and clear our mind, but really it's not necessary. Namer atindriyatva. The name is beyond the senses. Ataev shastre jata anya śubha-karmam nam saha nahe e sarva shastra marmam. Therefore, the Shastra says that other auspicious deeds are never equal to the name. This is the meaning of all the Shastras. Just one thing on this topic. There's some pious activities which are, I guess they can be helpful, but then there's others that are obstacles. And there's a song that I translated. How does it go? Maybe I can show you. But Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur goes through Ashtanga Yoga, and in that song he writes a footnote, and he said that one doesn't need to perform any of the no Ashtanga Yoga. Like it's not actually. Maybe I'll show you the footnote just so I get it exactly right. I'll just show you right now. Why not? 1 second. Let me just open it up. Oh wait, I have to share my screen. Where is it? It should be here. New songs. Where is it? Nam Mahima. We have a short reading today, so that's why I'm not like in such a rush. Where is it? It's here. Upadesh Upalabdhi. I think it's in the first half. Let's see. What's a keyword? Yogi. Yeah, it is. So, O minds, longing to become a yogi, you study the scriptures on yoga, the practice of restraints and observances, breathing exercises, body postures. You have vowed to withdraw your senses from their objects, to meditate, to practice perseverance, and to achieve samadhi. But you say nothing of what the actual fruit of all this will be. You will dry up your body and mind and suspend your breath, imagining your soul to be one with Brahman. Upon attaining the 18 mystic perfections, you'll forget the supreme goal of life and hanker for further opulence and powers. Relinquishing gross matter, you'll enter the astral plane and yet again reap torment. The soul itself is eternal, pure wealth. The servant of Hari thus hankers for naught. He doesn't hanker for anything. What benefit can the soul receive from yoga? Take shelter of bhakti yoga, and no fear shall remain in you. It will then be possible to taste the spontaneous nectar of immortality. Anyways. Bhaktivinoda's plea is this: give up aspiring for other mystic paths and engage in worship of Radha and Krishna. So then in the first edition of Kalyana Kalpataru, I made this footnote. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur included a 4-page footnote explaining that yoga is of 3 types: Ashtanga yoga, Jnana yoga, and Bhakti yoga, and that only Ashtanga yoga is being referred to. Oh, wait, I need to fix that. Anyways, I'll fix that later. But he gives a 4-page footnote elaborating on the 8 limbs of Ashtanga yoga. It's like 4 pages, and he goes into full detail. Yam, niyam, asan, pranayam, pratyahar, dhyan, samadhi, dharana, dhyan, and samadhi. I know Raseshwari Mataji is probably with us right now. She knows about all these very well. But then he says, after examining the aforementioned yoga, its methods and results, it becomes apparent that the ultimate purpose of yoga is indeed Bhagavat Prem. But due to yoga's many difficulties and extraneous results in practicing it, the jiva may experience much distress. Therefore, the yoga of bhakti ras is the most beautiful in all respects. It is easily attainable and certainly all auspicious. A devotee has no need for Ashtanga yoga. Just practicing some pranayam for bodily vigor is sufficient. So, like many of these different activities that are pious activities, yoga, dhyan, all these different things, they might be obstacles even, and they're difficult and like that. But some are, some you may do, like Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur was saying, that you can practice some pranayam for bodily vigor that will, so we can do some different things like that that will help us in, yeah, but we shouldn't take them too seriously. So therefore the Shastra says that all other auspicious deeds are never equal to the name. This is the meaning of all the Shastra. Saral hridoye jabe Krishna naam gaye atindriya sukha asi chitta ke nachay. One who chants Krishna Nam with a sincere heart experiences how happiness beyond the material senses dances within his heart. Sheshuka Krishna Nam Swabhava Tatpar Atmarati Atmakrida Nahi Jar Par. That happiness is connected to the intrinsic nature of Krishna Nam. Even attachment or bliss in connection with the Atma cannot compare. Sayujya Kaivalya Sukh Ananda Sukher Chaya Matra. The happiness of absorption and identification with Brahman is but a shadow of that bliss. Brahma Gyane Joge Je Ananda Vaibhav Jarer Vicher Sukha Chaya Anubhav. The great bliss experienced through knowledge of Brahman or yoga is merely the cessation of gross materialism and is thus a shadow of the happiness found in Krishna Nam. Abhedya Kaivalya Sukh Swalpa Boli Jani Krishna Namananda Sukh Bhuma Boli Mani. I know that happiness in the indivisible Brahman is meager, but I consider the bliss of chanting Krishna Nam to be the greatest. Anya śubha-karmera hoite namer what is that? Vailak Vailakanya? Yeah. Okay. Other auspicious activities are different to the holy name. Okay, they're Vailakanya. Vailakan. Other auspicious activities are different to the holy name. Sadhan kale te naam upay swarup siddhi kale upeya shei aparup. At the time of sadhan, the name is the means. At the time of attaining perfection, it is the incomparable goal. Upay swarupa name upeyatva siddha anya shubha karme aiche nahi to prasiddha. The name is the means and the goal of all perfection. Other auspicious activities are not important. Anya shubha karma jata sabha jarashrita Namato chinmaya sada swata siddhodita. All other auspicious activities take refuge of matter. The name is spiritual and eternally manifests as self-perfect. Sadhan kaleo nam shuddha sunirmal sadhaker anarthete dekhai samal. Even at the time of sadhan, the name remains pure and completely free from any defect. But the anarthas of the sadhak make it look as if it's impure. Sadhu sange nam loite. That's a really important point, actually. It's only the anarthas of the sadhak that make it look as if it's impure, but actually the name is fully pure and completely free from any defect. Sadhu sange nam loite jada buri jai, anartha nishesh hoile shuddha nama bhai. Material conceptions leave when one takes the name in the association of sadhus. When anarthas are finished, then shuddha nam shines forth. Anya śubha-karmi kore tyajiya upay, upeya parama bhav charame ashray. Rejecting all other auspicious activities as the means, one should take shelter of the topmost ecstasy, the parama bhav. Kintu namashrayi jan, nama nahi tyaje, namer shuddhata matra siddhi kale bhaje. But one who takes shelter of the name never abandons it. They simply worship Shuddhanam even at the time of perfection. Anya Shubha Karma hoite ati vilakhan, namer swarup hoy apurva lakhan. It is completely different from other auspicious activities. Intrinsically, the name has unparalleled qualities. Sadhan dashai e vilakhana gyan, Guru kripa hoite hoy veder praman. At the stage of sadhan, by the Guru's mercy and through the evidence of the Vedas, one should understand these differences between the name and auspicious deeds. Then Srila Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura says, from Shraddha comes Sadhu Sangha. From Sadhu Sangha comes Bhajana Kriya. And by constantly engaging in bhajan, one's anarthas are removed. To the extent that anartha nivritti occurs, the purity of the name will arise. And as nishta progresses, atma rati emerges. At the time of sadhan, these truths must be understood with faith by the sadhak, by the mercy of the Guru. Otherwise, one will make nam aparad, and anarthas will increase. Sadhan dashai jini e jnanahina, nam aparadi tingho ati arbachina. If one is bereft of this knowledge at the stage of sadhan, one is an offender to the holy. If one is bereft of this knowledge at the stage of sadhan, then one is an offender to the name and totally backwards. What knowledge? That one should understand these differences between the name and auspicious deeds. Okay. So if one is bereft of this knowledge of seeing the difference between the auspicious deeds and the name at the stage of sadhan, then one becomes a nama paradi. They're completely backwards. Nama sarvapari nam tulya-kichunoi, e drida vishwas kori jai namaloy. The name is the highest of all and has no equal. One who has firm faith in this may properly chant the name. The name is the highest of all and has no equal. Only when you understand this can you properly chant the name. Achire tahate hoy, shuddha nama doy, Purnananda nama rasa korin ashray. Very soon, Shuddha Nam arises, and he takes shelter in the completely blissful Nama Ras. this is an important point also, that we like um, only those who understand that the name is the highest of all and has no equal, only those people can properly chant the name. And because lots of people think, like, they give more emphasis to performing archan, or to, no, distributing books is everything, or like all, even other practices in bhakti. They give more emphasis to that. They think that is, like, more important. But actually, no, chanting Harinam, that's more important than anything else. The only reason we perform any other sadhan, like the only reason why, I think Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur mentioned this point at one, that the reason why we perform any other activity, like hearing Harikatha, serving Vaishnavas, worshipping Tulsi Devi, every activity that we do in our spiritual life is so that we can chant Harinam purely. Because chanting Harinam purely is, that Nam is non-different from Nami, from Krishna himself. And so serving Nam means serving Krishna himself. And the reason why we're doing any activity in bhakti, or the reason for everything that we do, is so that we can serve Krishna, chant Harinam. It's no difference between those two. So when one understands that the name is the highest of all and has no equal, then very soon Shuddhanam arises and he takes shelter in the completely blissful Namaras. A aparadhir pratikar. So the remedy for this offense of equating pious activities with the name. Kaharo jadyapi anya śubha-karma sane name samabuddhi hoy dushkriti bandhane. One who considers other auspicious deeds to be equal to the holy name is bound by impiety. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Dushkriti is offenses to Vaishnavas. As a result of this, a taste appears in the jiva towards the misconceptions of the Mayavadis in regards to the name. If this impiety is destroyed through sadhu sangha, then one will attain nam shraddha, faith in the name. She dushkriti khoy lagi koribe jatana name shuddha buddhi pabe. Name shuddha buddhi pabe prem dhanam. One should endeavor to destroy such impiety. Then, through the name, one's intelligence will be purified, and one will achieve the great wealth of prem. Okay, sorry. Antyajagrihasta shuddha nama parayan tar paradhuli dehe koribe mrikshan. One should smear one's body with dust from the feet of an outcast grihasta who is dedicated to Shuddhanam. Wow, that's a beautiful verse, huh? One should smear one's body with the dust from the feet of an outcast grihasta who is dedicated to Shuddhanam. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, rejecting the notion of Vaishnave Jati Buddhi, considering a Vaishnav to be part of a particular caste or community, one should smear on one's body the foot dust of a sadhu who is devoted to Shuddhanam. Khaibe adaramrita pibe pada jal tabe Shuddhaname mati hoibe nirmal. One should eat that outcast grihasta's food remnants and drink the water that has washed his feet. Then one's consciousness will be purified and one will attain Shuddhanam. Kalidase e rupe dushkriti khandan punatava kripa prapti gai jagajjan. Everyone in the world sings about how Kalidas destroyed such impiety by your mercy. Ami jada buddhinath nama matra gai nāmake-cintāmaṇi tattva kabu nahi pai. O Lord, I possess dull intelligence. I just chant the name, but I have never attained the Cintāmaṇi. I've never attained the Cintāmaṇi gem of the holy name. And Haridas Thakurer Nam Vishaye Nishta, Haridas Thakur's attachment to the name. Kripa kori nam rupe amar jivai, nirantar nacho prabhu dhori tava pai. O Lord, be merciful unto me, assuming the form of the name, constantly dance upon my tongue. O Lord, I hold your feet. Wow, this is a beautiful verse. Wow, I want to save this one. Kripa kori nam rupe amar jivai nirantar nacho prabhu dhori tava pai. Rakho iha lao taha tava icha mata, jaha rakho deho more Krishna naam amrita. Keep me here or take me there, whatever is your desire. Wherever this body remains, kindly give me the nectar of Krishna Nam. Doesn't matter. He doesn't, I don't, it doesn't matter what situation you put me in. I can be in whatever you desire. If you desire for everything that I own, all my family members, everything to just be destroyed suddenly, or if you want me to go to the hellish planets, I don't care. Whatever you want to do with me, that doesn't matter. Just kindly give me the nectar of Krishna Nam. And then Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Iha, here, means the material world, and Taha, there, means the spiritual world. Huh, interesting. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, keep me in the material world, or take me there to the spiritual world, whatever you desire. Interesting. Okay, so then wherever this body remains, kindly give me the nectar of Krishna Nam. And that's right. The devotee doesn't want they don't ask for any kind of moksha, any kind of liberation, being on the same planet as the Lord, having the same opulences, um, all the five different forms of moksha. Whatever. It's, yeah. Jagaj, the only thing they want is to chant, to have the nectar of Krishna Nam, whether in hell, heaven, in Vaikuntha, wherever. Jagat Jane Nam Dite Tava Avatar. Jagat Jan Majhe More Koro Angikar. Your avatar has descended to distribute the name to the people of this world. Kindly accept me as one of those people. Amito adhama tumi, adhama taran, ubhaye sambandha e patita pavan. I am fallen, and you are the deliverer of the fallen. O purifier of the fallen, that is our relationship. Achedya sambandha e tomai amai, jar bole namamrita e adhama chai. You are the purifier, and I am the fallen. This is our eternal relationship. The relationship between you and I can never be broken. This fallen person desires the nectar of the name. Kali Juge Name Keno Jug Dharma Hoilen. Why the name is the Yuga Dharma in Kali Yuga. Kali Juge Sudusadhya Anya śubha-karma Ataev Nama Asi Hoilo Juga Dharma. In Kali Yuga, other auspicious activities produce no results. Therefore, the name is the only Yuga Dharma. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, the name is the highest Dharma at all times. But in the age of Kali, there is no faith in other types of Dharma. So the name has descended in the form of the Yuga Dharma to deliver the jivas of this world from their suffering. That's interesting, huh? He says that the name is the highest dharma at all times. Does he mean in all yugas? I don't know, maybe not. Huh. Anyways, but the name has descended in the form of the yuga dharma to deliver the jivas of this world from their material suffering. Haridas das bhakti vinod sejan, Harināma-cintāmaṇi gai akinchan. Bhaktivinoda, who is bereft of everything, a servant of the servant of Haridas, sings this Harināma-cintāmaṇi. He is Haridas Das. Iti Shri Harināma-cintāmaṇo Anya śubha-karmera Anya śubha-karmana saha namna tulya-jñāna aparad vicharo. Nam ekadasha parichet. Thus ends the 11th chapter of Sri Harināma-cintāmaṇi, entitled A Deliberation on the Offense of Considering Other Auspicious Activities to be Equal to the Holy Name. And it just turned 8 o'clock, so perfect timing. All right, so that is our reading for today. And then tomorrow we will read about Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, Rasikananda Prabhu, and Srila Bhakti Dait Madhav Goswami Maharaj. So full on reading day tomorrow. We have a lot to get through tomorrow. And then the day after that, we will read the next chapter, which is Pramad, I think, right? Yeah, so the day after tomorrow will be, one of my favorite chapters, I think, in this book so far. It is, it's just because it's so relevant. I'm very bad at focusing while I chant. And this is all about inattention as an offense to the name. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura categorizes this as the 9th offense to the holy name, different from what we're used to with the 10 offenses. But he says this is the 9th offense. So, all right. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol. Jai Shri Saccidānanda Gaur Hari ki Jai, Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju ki Jai, Shri Govinda Gopinath Maran Mohan Ju ki Jai, Jai Shri Gurudev ki Jai, Jai Shri Param Gurudev ki Jai, Jai Shri Prabhupada ki Jai, Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga ki Jai, Swaparshad Shri Gaur Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai, Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopigan ki Jai, Shri Giriraj Maharaj ki Jai, Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi ki Jai, Shri Harināma-cintāmaṇi ki Jai, Jai Śrīla Saccidānanda Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura ki Jai, Shri Harināma-cintāmaṇi ki Jai, Jai Nāmake Śrīla Haridas Ṭhākura ki Jai, Jai Shri Saccidānanda Gaur Hari ki Jai, Shri Harinam Prabhu ki Jai, Harinam-sankirtan ki Jai. The Parama Upai Harinam-sankirtan ki Jai. Jai Shri Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai, Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai, Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Parama Upai and Parama Upeya. Hari Bol, Archana Mataji.
Hari Bol. Thank you, Prabhu. That was so wonderful. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
When we pray for devotees, or when someone asks us to pray, is there also, like, for example, some materials you can say, someone asks us to pray for, um, like, I'm not getting a job or something like that. Please pray for me. Or so, is that also this offense? I mean,
I don't know if that would be. No, I don't think that would be an offense, because if you think that praying for that person is as powerful as praying for them to gain Harinam or something like that, because it's about equating pious activities with Harinam, right? It's not saying don't perform any pious activities or whatever. It's just saying don't. If you think that these pious activities are equal to chanting Harinam, then it's an offense, right? So.
yeah. So, like, we are praying in the sense we are asking the Lord, like in the sense equate
Oh.
or something material. Like, I don't know. When people ask me to pray, I don't know what to do. Should I say yes or should I say no?
Well,
Like,
maybe what you could say, what you can say, say yes, 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 but then when you pray for them,
that's what
pray
we do.
that they come into sadhu sangha and that they'll be able to chant the name purely. That's, I think,
The higher
I
goal
don't know.
in mind.
Yeah. And if you could fulfill your desires if you like, but the main thing, but whatever, I just pray for them to, sadhu sangha and nam kirtan, right? That's what we
Prabhuji, thank you.
should.
But didn't we read that actually those pious, will be considered pious activities, will be an indirect way towards the goal. And like you were saying, we're not equating, oh yeah, I pray for you, Prabhu, to, gain health or be better.
That's how I was understanding it. It's an indirect means, so we can perform some pious activities just to, rise to the level of goodness. We want to be good people and stuff like that. But it's an indirect means, so it's like maybe it can be helpful, but also many pious things can be obstacles as well. So we have to be like careful and balanced. But ultimately, everything we do, everything should be with the aim of developing taste in Harinam, right?
Sorry, Artana Mata, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Thank you so much for.
Thank you. And I have a little story that Prabhupada, our Prabhupada, was in Mayapur with a very senior devotee, and he said, "Yes, you're so passionate, all of you, that I had to send you to do all these things, opening temples, and preach around the world. But he said, ultimately, actually, when everything's gone, the main goal is to be here, like now we are chanting the holy name and absorption."
So important, so important. And if we don't,
Thank you for sharing, Prabhu.
Oh, you're very welcome.
This is just making, if we don't have that aim in mind whenever we're doing any activity, even any activity in bhakti, if we're not doing it with the purpose of being able to delve into, not like chant the holy name, then it ends up becoming just śubha-karma, right? Like if we're cleaning the temple, but we're not doing it with the aim of wanting to serve Krishna, to be able to chant the name, like then it just becomes pious activity, right? What do you think of that?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, and the mentality will be a resentfulness after a while.
Yes.
I have to do all this stuff.
So yeah, that's the most important thing. Whenever we do any service, wash the pots.
That's what Ashrita Prabhu says. The mentality matters. Mentality and it matters.
Yes.
Thank you, Ashrita Prabhu.
Yes, thank you.
Like the principle Rupa Goswami speaks of, where the devotional service to completely satisfy the self has to be unmotivated and uninterrupted. So it's the motivation behind what you do, which is the all-important thing, and the continuous nature of it.
Yes.
That is the highest. That is the highest. Yes. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
and that's why these prayers of our acharyas are so important, because that's what these prayers are. Like all the songs in the songbook, the Guru Vashtakam, everything that we do, it's constantly reminding us why we're doing everything. It's like everything we do has to be done in this mood of prayer. And if it's not, then it just ends up becoming pious activity. And
right.
so we the prayers are essential. We can't. Yeah. Yes.
What I love about the acharyas and Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura is that they take, in these songs, it's not all you should do this, you should do that, and but they take the position of the devotee, like from the basic to the super highest, isn't it?
Yes.
So these songs, I mean, you're doing a great service, Prabhu, by bringing Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura's access to this knowledge, to this wisdom of how to attain Nam, pure Nam.
I mean, I'm not doing anything. It's but yeah, it is. It's everything.
That's your humility, Prabhu.
Yeah, that's your humility.
No, I'm doing it for myself, and it's all of you devotees who are making it possible for me to do something good. You know what I mean? But like, yeah. So it's I'm not doing anything really. But,
Okay, so
I'm
it's
grateful to all of you, because if everybody wasn't here, I wouldn't be reading Harināma-cintāmaṇi right now. I'd be doing probably something not very helpful. So yeah, if there's any help for you in any of this, I'm getting just as much help from all of you. So yeah, that's
We all are indebted to Sri Guru and our Srila Gurudevs.
exactly. Jai.
We are waiting for your book very eagerly.
Yes, me too.
Yes,
Oh
we
my
all
God, it's so exciting, but it's been going really slow now because now everybody's I think Madhav Maharaj is going to be arriving here in a couple days, and so I'm having to move all my things out, and I'm going to shift over to Mayapur, and it's a busy time, so like the project's gotten like is on pause for a bit, but we're getting so close, and it is so exciting. Oh, I think. Anyways, all of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's songs that nobody knew about are going to now become mainstream. Everybody's going to have them in their houses, and so everybody will have access. And it's just, I think it's going to I think it's going to be like I don't know. Maybe I'm like being hyperbolic, but I think it's going to be a bit of a revolution, you know?
Revolution. Bhaktivinoda Thakur revolution.
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
I'm so sorry we won't be able to be in the Parikrama Mayapur. I'm yet to recover, but if you can kindly remember us. And one time Gurudev, Srila Gurudev Narayana Maharaj, he said, "Oh, I'll write your name on the sands of the Ganga, on the shore."
Said that, huh?
Yeah, and he did. Yeah.
Wow, because my mom always tells me to do that. She's like, "Can you write our names in the dust?" And sometimes I do it, but I never knew it. But actually, Gurudev said that. I thought it was just like my mom's sentimental kind of thing or whatever. But it's actually like Gurudev even said to do that.
Gurudev started it.
Right.
Yes.
Awesome. Nice. All right.
We should request Prabhu to write all our names.
Maybe I can do that. Lots of times in Harikatha, I'm just sitting down and I'm like spacing out. I might as well like write everybody's name.
You can write for present and future devotees.
Right.
Like
yes. All right. All right. Dandavat pranams, everybody. Dandavat pranams, Niri Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Archana Mataji, Ashray Tattva Prabhu. And let's see on YouTube and Facebook. Prajumna Prabhu, Mantramurti Mataji, Rohini Nandan Prabhu, Ganga Mataji, Hari Mohini Didi, Vidyalalasa Didi, Gaur Gopal Prabhu, and everybody else. Seshwari Mataji says, yes, inspiring. There you go. And I see there's many other devotees, Seshwari Mataji, who else? Indira Mataji, and a bunch of other devotees. And just know I'm not neglecting anybody. If you write a comment, then I'll see your name. And pranam to all the devotees watching in the future. Is there any last thing anybody wants to mention before I end the stream? All right, so see you all tomorrow for a very jam-packed holy day. Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, Rasikananda Prabhu, and Srila Bhakti Dait Madhav Goswami Maharaj. And then, yeah, Jai Ho, Jai Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki Jai, Jai. Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai, Jai Harinam Prabhu.